Boom.
Doo-doo-doo.
Wow. T.
Wait.
Dan's gonna pay. Oh, Dan's got T too. Oh shit. Oh no, she's got B. We're all gonna be pissing tonight, boys.
Well then.
What it does, what is popping, what is crack-a-lacking, everybody. My name is First Snow of the Season, C. Feezy.
I'm just no dog dog.
I like that.
Oh,
simple.
I'm
No, you're
Busta
not.
Rhymes.
Okay, there you go.
Whoa.
Finally.
Busta Rhymes. Whoa,
and welcome.
Cosplay.
Okay, I apologize. Hey, you're a cheeky cunt every episode, so you can't blame me.
HFJXMING.
Shut up, and welcome to episode 145 about Habs Burger Queen Burger. Hi, guys.
Hey, mate.
Hello, how are you?
Delightful. How are you guys?
I'm good.
Not bad, mate. Sweet as ever, mate.
I've got
Everyone's
some
good?
maple cream liqueur in my hot chocolate.
You
on
can't drink on a
Monday.
Monday. Nice. Maple cream liqueur. That sounds good.
It's pretty good. It's really sweet though. It's mad sweet.
So like Bailey shit?
Yeah, similar. We got it literally like last year or something. It's just been in our fridge, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I ain't got no beer.
Mm-hmm.
We just whip that out.
Just whip that
After a
little-
long journey to Scarborough. But
is it snowing in Toronto too?
yeah, it was snowing.
Little pitch.
It was
Yeah.
snowing in the farmland. Snowing.
Well, in the farmland, I'm not sure about, but in the city that I live in, yes, it was snowing, and it pissed me off. It's like that little, it's like a dust.
It was shit snow.
It's shit snow, but it was like, I hope it just goes away as well, because then it's.
I don't know. I'm seeing forecast is looking like it's here to stay, but who knows? Who knows?
Pretty.
I'm kind of excited. I'm feeling festive. So.
Oh, tell me. Well, actually, figured we could probably talk about some of the stuff on the air. Might as well, just because Dan takes Christmas very, very seriously. We haven't told Notion any of this stuff yet about Christmas this year. Notion. Dan is just out of control. We had to even tone it back because it was getting a bit wild. I didn't even.
I need to add stuff to my binder for Notion.
Yes, Daniel has a binder because that's how excited he is for Christmas. He doesn't, but it's like a metaphorical binder because that's how excited he is, and getting all the food planned and the dress theme because we have the theme dress this year. Okay, we do it like we've been doing it since Dan lived here, really.
Yeah,
and we made it simpler this year. It was complicated, and we just kept bringing it back. All right, guys, let's just turn this back a bit. We can get to that. I don't know if you want to talk about that now. You want to talk about your week or no? You said you had a hectic day going to Scarborough.
Yeah. I just went to Scarborough because we wanted to buy some shit off Facebook Marketplace. That's it. We were getting a TV stand and we got a new chair. So, but the chair wasn't from Scarborough. But we had to go to Scarborough for the TV stand. But it was fun. It was actually quite an easy journey. Yeah. It was only $120 or something. And the DVP wasn't full. The Communauto was $20. I was like, you know what, fuck it.
That's not
bad.
Man,
Yeah, it was kind of like straightforward journey. Like snowed a bit and then it didn't snow. The guy was super nice as well, proper helped us with bear shit. And I was like, cool. And now it's just here, just sitting over there somewhere, just waiting
supporting a television.
Reassembled. Well, actually no. So I'm waiting we need to assemble
it. You took
it
apart?
Only a little bit because it
fit?
just wouldn't fit in it wouldn't fit in obviously it has a massive trunk still, but like it just didn't fit. But yeah, it was a good time. Good time. And working and shit. But other than that, that's me.
No news.
What I even done this week? What did I even do this week? We argued a lot until 2 a.m. one night.
Oh yeah, we've been arguing a lot this week. We're gonna bust this out tonight.
What else
I never argued with anybody this much in my life. It's actually I feel like Joe Budden a lot. I feel like New York dudes. New York dudes just fucking argue.
New Yorkers just argue.
Yeah, they just argue. The way they talk to each other is so it's so exhausting. Yeah. I've been listening to Tretch on Drink Champs, and even because he's Jersey, isn't he just so he says the N-word? I want to do an N-word count. I've never heard that many N-words in my entire life in one span of things. It's a
lot.
And did you notice he's just like whatever anybody says, like he's not, and they respond with the same energy because that's his New York dudes. But it's like it's more aggressive, arguably, and I think he's really drunk. But than like Budden and stuff. And like Math Hoffer and them, my expert opinion, super aggressive, constantly.
Where's Budden from?
Jersey.
Oh,
So-
he's from Jersey.
So same
You
shit.
haven't heard a Joe Budden song, have you? He says it every fucking song.
Oh, okay, fair enough. No,
I can't really blame you for not really hearing a Joe Budden song though.
I know, but like
I guess I would have
the
a
main one or two
one,
that-
but
That's
He
true.
says it.
Does he say it on Pump It Up?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay, interesting.
sorry for distracting on that, but yes,
Yes,
arguing a lot, which we're going to get into a whole bunch of those. I've already pulled up the link so we can play it and argue some more. It's gonna be great.
So much shit. And is there anything else that's happened this week? No, we just had a few friends stay over, and yeah, I don't think I'm trying to even remember. If I remember later on, I'll interrupt and I'll let
Beautiful.
you know what I done this week.
Okay.
But over to you guys.
No sh-
How are you?
Notion, tell us how
Mate.
you are.
Man, I'm fucking out here. What have I been saying?
Aside from wearing lilac like a G, like a pimp.
Yeah, this is one of the. I bought this in October as one of the early birthday presents for myself, and I forgot about it in the cupboard, and I saw it today. I'm like, I'm wearing that because
Yeah.
little
That's
out of that
drip.
cheeky little.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah,
You know
It
the
feels
gang.
really nice. Literally had to cut the tags off about 10 minutes ago. I feel like pretty
That's
fresh.
Oh, wow.
fresh.
Pretty
You just like
That is
out the
fresh.
box. Pretty
You're
fresh. out the box.
debuting it. Wow.
podcast
Risky
drip.
move.
Wait,
Risky
wait.
move, but
Debut
it worked
drip.
well.
Salute the drip. Let's salute the drip.
'Cause I don't usually come out firing like you blokes with the drippy sauce, so I feel like you know what?
You're gonna flex on us tonight.
I felt like it would
Me
cheer
and
up
see, we were coordinating today,
because I feel like
but
I'm
we
in the
didn't. We
forest.
forgot to tell you.
I feel like I'm in the deep forest with you two cunts coordinating with the.
Oh yeah, with the forest green and what's purple in the
Yeah.
forest? Like a
Leaves,
pretty flower.
Some leaves, I
bunch of
guess.
flowers, yeah, bunch of
Yeah,
Are you wearing green pants? I got the whole food.
You know on
Yeah,
what's
lift up your leg. Go and lift up.
the
your leg.
music video called?
Pause.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like that, huh? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have much room to move here.
Beautiful. No, same.
So lilac or is it mauve?
I was thinking, honestly, let's switch it up and go mauve because I have a lilac shirt, like a business shirt, so I could wear to a wedding and swag on
Okay.
cunt. I feel like
You
this
know
is
what?
more of an actual mauve.
I'm just googling it because it came up immediately. 40 plus shades of mauve.
Damn.
Oh Jesus, this is too much, bro. I just wanted a simple
In
answer.
person, it looks different than it comes up on camera and different kinds of light. I don't know. It looks way different when it's regular daylight compared to. I don't know. It might be true.
Oh, it's not
like
lilac. I think it might be lavender.
lavender.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
even more fire. I fucking love lavender.
There you go. Lavender, lilac. It's all on the same sort of pencil mark, mate. It's all good.
Yeah,
So,
sorry,
yeah,
we're
right.
overthinking it.
No, it's okay. Fresh attire, mate. So we do it. Went on a fucking cheeky bike ride. Built a fire. Had a cozy stout. There's a new stout out from Aveling, which is super tight. I've got some in the fridge for you, cunts.
Fuck yes.
It's a like 6.6% motor oil, thick espresso backed cocoa extravaganza.
Speaking my language, my guy. I love those low ABV stouts.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, not too bad. It's medium ABV. Like gets you by the tits.
If you can
after.
get more than one of those, I would absolutely love that because that is some shit.
Oh yeah, for
Got it.
Christmas.
And
That's
that-
Christmassy.
Yes, and Dan, you still need to get your Rorschach. IPA.
Yeah, I was literally gonna get it today, but
Ran out of
we
time.
just didn't have enough time. And coming out, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all good, mate. Just fucking that continues.
yeah.
Editing episodes. Having some problems with editing episodes, and just keeping the train going, dude. Yeah. What else? It's been been a bit of a slow but a busy week at the same time. It's been pretty So I'm out here. That's just cool.
Should tell everyone what you want for Christmas live on air right now, so we know. So whoever's buying you presents knows.
I don't know. I don't know. A pony.
Oh, I want a pony.
Okay, that's a good gift. Actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Pause. I
Barrington
guess.
love a pony. I used to ask my dad
Oh,
for a
he
pony
would.
all the time. Dad thought I was
Oh my god,
Fruity, man.
fruity.
that's
But that's what's up. Yeah, it's a quiet time.
Genuinely asked him so many times that I think he was concerned after.
It's because of how I said it.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you say it?
I say, Daddy, I want a pony.
But you said it.
God.
He'd be like, dude, what the fuck? He thought he it was so crazy.
Because he's trying to be like Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but a bit more like extra and extravaganzic. Turn it up on the twang.
So funny.
That is what it's from. That's why I say it British. Yes. Right. I didn't even know what it was from. I knew it was from something. There you go.
I feel like I've heard it before.
Conversation with a mate, like I was smoking doobies honestly at a campfire. And just, certain people say certain funny bits and I'm like, they don't realize they're getting it from something else, but they think they're just picking up a funny thing. But there's lots of subconscious things like that from movies and songs even. Can't say shit all the time and don't even always know where their origins are from, even though they can use it in the right context and stuff. Yeah. There's a bunch of those that I found out that I was like, well, that's where I get it from. I had to connect the dots too. So
pretty sure we say stuff like that every single day without realizing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't think we think that it's original though. I'm very conscious that.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe some people do though.
Recycled, so.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't make up "Daddy, I Want a Pony." It's ridiculous, but like I must have heard it somewhere. If it was funny. I mean, look.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't put it past your
You're right. It's
I mean, you seem like the type to want an actual pony.
I'd fuck with a pony. Barrington would love that shit.
I would. I'd happily take one.
Dogs and ponies. Barrington could ride the cunt, and that would get along.
That would be pretty funny.
It'd be a whole YouTube channel and a series by itself.
What noise do ponies' shoes make?
Pony shoes?
Yeah.
Clippity clop.
That's also from something.
I don't know where that's from.
Freddie got fingered.
Before my time.
Yeah, Freddie got fingered. It's what's the cunt's name? Tom Green. Canadian comedian.
Yeah.
He's a strange one. Look at my hoo-hoos. Yeah, it's really weird. Like honestly, we should get like high over Christmas and watch that.
Very odd. You can't show that to other people because like they think you're fucked. It's like, hey man, this is sick. Like, wait. And then all of a sudden he's inside of a moose body and like doing all fucked up shit. Like, dude's got problems. And we watched it and laughed. But we're like referring this movie to people in the segments that are funny, but the rest of it's just fucking cooked. The dude's cooked as.
Stack's cooked.
Stacked heaps
cooked.
Tom Green.
Tombo. Yeah, it's a quiet times. It's very interesting. These last little bits, just like as soon as it gets cold, like we had to pack up all the yard stuff yesterday because we were waiting for some cunt to do shit to the garage and he never did it. So then we had to pack the shit up and it was just so annoying. I'm like, why do we live in a place where you got to do this? It's fucking annoying as shit. Like there's so much stuff and everything's all fucking mashed up. I'm like, fucking Canada, bitch ass fuck. So yeah, snowed today, first time, trash as. Yeah. We put our Christmas decorations up on Saturday, Sunday. What day is it? I think it was yesterday.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, it's because now like Tiff likes
it's kind of time, I guess.
Well, and we have more space and like more stuff. And when that big ass, we got a larger tree than we've ever really had, and we put it because the ceilings are high downstairs, and like it looks pretty cool in that part. So I was like, I don't mind having it up, and if it makes, I don't know, Tiff, Dan, and Clover very much into Christmas and all the holiday stuff. So like I was telling her like I didn't really ever care about Christmas. We did it as a family, whatever, it's fine, but it wasn't like fucking yay Christmas because all of y'all are into it. I'm trying to like lean into the spirit of it because you guys are taking it so seriously with like planning all the stupid we watch bad movies for, I don't know if we've ever said it on here, but we always try to watch either shit movies or shit TV shows that are so bad that it's funny and we're like yelling at the screen the whole time about
save them throughout the year.
Save up. Yeah, save up for the good stuff. Notion does think we're a little crazy about that part, but then
a little bit.
Like we have a dress code and stuff, so
this year's flannels. Just
red
and
you were wondering. You have that already, no? Red and black flannel.
Red and black flannel. Specifically,
I don't know if I have that one. I'll have a look.
Have a look, because it was going to be essentials, which would have been expensive for everybody. Because me, Tiff, and Dan already have it, but like Clover, I was like, do you even care? And Clover didn't care. And then we switched it to that.
We were looking at Shake Shack merch at one point, which would have been sick.
We need to get that, by the way. Yeah, Shake Shack dropped the merch.
Yeah, I still want to get that.
Yeah,
we might have.
We did.
Oh, we did. We talked about it last week. Yeah, so we need to get. I've had it in my fucking tabs, just waiting to talk to you to pull the trigger, mate. Fucking good.
All right.
So festive times. I've been having tech problems too. No, she mentioned you were going through with this. I was on the phone to Apple for like an hour and a half earlier trying to fix Logic, and my shit is so fucked. I had to escalate it to one guy, and he had to escalate it to actual Apple engineers now because it's completely fucked and it won't import any files except WAV files, which is annoying. So at least it's on the way. And then this is actually, I'm saying this on air, kind of just to add in my part, but also because there's a PSA for other folks. So I upgraded this computer to Sonoma, the 14, the OS for Mac. So if there's any Mac users, anyone who's not a Mac user, you won't care, but I would highly recommend not upgrading yet. I upgraded, and basically what that does, I don't know how to really explain the tech side, but it removed something inherent in a Mac OS that allows external devices to connect with the Mac. So the camera stopped working. I was doing a BOS pod last week, and the camera wouldn't work, and I actually had them all it took me half an hour to learn that it's not compatible anymore. So there was two things. You could either revert back, which I didn't know you could do, but you can just download the Ventura and just do it. But I didn't know it was that simple. But I found an Apple article that said you had to go into recovery mode and add this piece of text into terminal, like MS-DOS from the 80s type shit, and then that now allowed it to work. And even then, it worked when I did it on the phone with the Apple guy, and then when I came back down to plug it in, it wasn't working again, so it took me a bit to get it going. So if there's like any podcasters or streamers or people who plug in an external device into their computer, don't upgrade yet. Hold off. Even the guy from Apple said he personally waits about 6 months to update his personal machines.
6 months, wow!
Which I thought was interesting.
That's crazy.
And it's because Canon aren't making the drivers.
Oh, that's annoying.
So if you're not using anything else, you'll probably be fine. But like, I messaged Canon.
I'm a part of the beta thing, and I downloaded the betas for everything for the Mac OS and iOS.
Okay.
And luckily, I haven't run into any issues, but it's like, I don't know. I prefer just to be ahead, even if there are issues. But even Tiff was telling me, she's like, "No, I still wait regardless."
Oh, she waits all the time. Since we started getting newer devices more often. You wait as well, yeah. If you've got an older device, definitely wait. But like, since we've got a new phone every 2 years because that's when the contract ends, and now I'm going to get a new laptop every 3 years because of the lease. It makes sense to keep it up to date so it works as good as possible. This is a brand fucking new laptop, and they only just announced the new one, the M3 MacBook. This is the M2, but yeah, even then, it's still fucking around. So fortunately, I was able to find it, and then I ran through the steps with the Apple support guy. But yeah, there was more PSA. Don't fucking update if you use any peripherals, because you can't trust Canon. And I think Canon would be the camera that most people would have as far as using it for this stuff. Not sure about Sony or Panasonic or because Fuji never worked with it. That was just never a thing that I'm aware of. Whole thing. Anyway, so that was that.
Cunts, mate.
Did anyone cop anything on Black Friday? That was, I guess now it's Cyber Monday. We're recording this, and then Black Friday was last week.
No,
I was looking, but honestly, usually Black Friday is just a big letdown. But recently, actually, I checked, and like, it's actually not been that bad this year. And I was looking at loads of websites, like Gap's doing like 60% off, like loads of different websites doing like mad, like pretty fucking good deals. So I was actually quite surprised. But no, I didn't cop yet. It's always an awkward time where it's like I'm in between paydays, like right in between, and I'm like, I don't want to go broke just for Black Friday,
Yeah, I feel you. The only good thing, well, if you think about it, that we buy all our Christmas presents on Black Friday because then we get everything cheaper, and it's only like a month away. So we do all the shopping now. So we got a lot of stuff at this point for Mandems to make it a bit easier. But yeah, I don't think we really copped anything either. Just gifts, nothing like crazy. Good times. Anyways, so that's what's up with that. Now, got a bunch of stuff to go through tonight. First things first, the TMF Classic Project Review. We'll get going on that. Now, one thing I did do this week, we haven't been doing regular email blasts from TMF because I guess we didn't really have anything new to talk about, but now I'm going to do 2 emails a month with the two different, because we basically go through one old project per week. So I'm just going to do like a blast once a month with 2 new projects, or 2 old projects actually. So far we did Soul District, first mixtape of mine in a group from 2004. Last week we did Notion's first tape, It's My Turn, from 2006. And then I was in another group. I've just been always a serial group person called C and Becca. So I was
Put a pause there, maybe.
A serial group person. Oh yeah, I guess you can look at it like that. But wouldn't you imagine that group would be of mixed genders, and then maybe there's no pause required?
That is true.
Or is it a just in case kind of pause?
It's just in case kind of pause.
Crossing swords.
Notion just can't stop thinking.
You could like turn around and just like smack another.
Shit, guys, what can I tell you?
That is a no. I really think that's a valid thing now I think about it, because if you're in an orgy, say a group situation, and you pull out of something and then you turn around and your fucking old fella could just whack another old fella, and you're like, well, now we just touch swords. What do we do? Do we pause it? Do we lean into it and then pause it? Like, what do you do? What do you do? I've never been in one, so I don't know.
You double, triple pause it. You wash up and you don't look each other in the eye again.
You pack your bags and go home. You finish.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm out. I'm out. That SpongeBob meme.
Yeah, I'm head out.
Cunts are fucked. All right, let's bring this one up. So, did everyone listen to this project for this week?
Yes,
freshly.
Yes, I did. But I literally listened to it probably over a week ago.
Okay, a week ago. So this has been such an. I'm a few projects ahead now. I've been like zipping forward. It's been a fascinating process for me. So this is the first tape that I did with singer Becca. And we were like officially like a group. And the interesting thing I always say about that was there was nothing. Oh, did we talk about that already in the last episode? Oh shit, this is the wrong camera for me. There we go.
In the last episode, I don't believe we spoke about you being in a group. With
we did
Becca.
It. Okay.
Not to my memory, not that I remember, unless Notion remembers, but yeah.
No, okay. Give me 1 sec. I don't understand why my camera is not the right one. What the fuck is happening, man? There is just non-stop
technical difficulties.
Yeah, hang on. FaceTime. Oh, webcam. There we go. God damn it. All right.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So maybe I did explain it from the first time. So yeah, basically we were in a group, and the interesting thing was this: there's no one's ever that I've seen prior or since where there was just like a rapper, male rapper, female singer permanently in a group. Obviously, everyone does collabs all the time like that, but I think this is probably why it didn't work, because it didn't, as in long term, because it didn't exist and there was nothing to compare it to, and it was too different, I think, even though the music wasn't.
The closest thing is maybe Black Eyed Peas, but even so, there's so many other people.
Yeah, there's 3 rappers and a singer.
Yeah.
There was Cooley High, and they had 2 rappers and a singer. There was like Fuji's 3 rappers, and one of that rapper also happened to be a singer. Yeah. Actually, 2 of them, because Wyclef was singing too. So like, I don't know if there was anything else similar to it. So this was the first mixtape that we might have started working on it in Toronto when we lived there in 2004. So this came out in 2007. This was, so after Notion, this was the mixtape that wasn't under the Movement Fam. As you can see, no TMF branding. Everything else after this will be all TMF. So it was sort of, I think we might have even talked about it on this project that we decided to do it, but we hadn't formalized everything as such. So this was one that me and her worked on primarily, just like Notion did his one and I helped out. He obviously jumped in with this one. Now this was before Notion was mixing, so we had there's a group called Justice and Chaos was this
is the one that actually made me inspired to mix and jump forward and mix our own shit going forward.
Why was that?
We can talk about it afterwards.
Okay, cool. And it was, I guess it was, we had to sort of bring somebody in externally to do it, just like Notion did for his tape. I had my own equipment at the time, so I didn't need an engineer. Like, I just recorded the stuff myself or ourselves. So I had to bring someone in for that. Now, this was the first tape, so Notion didn't have a DJ. This was, like, in this era, mixtapes were mixed by a DJ. They often had a host. They had drops on there and stuff, and we really wanted to, like, try and do something as close to that as possible. So we got a DJ Simon Sellers. I think he was from Melbourne, but he was like a big club DJ at the time that we had sort of connections with. Super cool cat. So he did this for us. So these are people that had been so much more like known than us, so it was a good look to get people to work with us. And hosted by this dude, Take It Easy Easy, who's actually a rapper named Ken Hell, who's in a group with Weapon X, Dan's mate. So X and Hell, they were called. And Take It Easy Easy, he's like a WOG character. He's like, how do you explain it? Like Italian, sort of overly exaggerated Australian Italian character who talked really funny, and he did it all on the fly, all one take. It was fucking incredible. We were dying this whole fucking recording session. It was so funny. So that was really cool because we didn't pay him or nothing. He just came through on the strength. So what we decided to do with these tapes was there were probably like 80% jacked beats, same as Notion stuff, and about 20% original beats, maybe even 15, like not as much. So as far as this, you know, a lot of it, like I'm curious to hear what Dan thinks, because your perspective is always super different than ours, but we were very inspired by Kanye a lot here. The Game, similar to Notion's tape. What else do we have? Jay-Z, Exhibit. So some of them were like super old. Like we did a song over Paparazzi from Exhibit. Did some Mobb Deep shit. Fucking like Lauryn Hill and Bob Marley, that joint. Some DJ Premier stuff. So anyway, yeah, nice sort of mix of things. I don't know. I just find it so interesting because this, to me, I don't know if I said this last time, it's so time stamped. Like I just remember being in this part of life. Lots and lots and lots of talk about Toronto and all this bullshit. All of the tapes I'm hearing, because I just finished volume 3 and I'm now just going through singles before I go through the originals and then move into my solo stuff. Like I listen to all the TMF singles, all the Notion singles that were from like 2011, 2012 and stuff. And these, like, we talk about the same things a lot. Like, it's very much about the grind and we're going to make it and blah, 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 like that type of shit. I was learning Spanish, so I'm putting Spanish in a lot of the songs, which I find like cute and funny. I'm like, oh, look at this guy. The bars, I know, right? I was like, oh, it was like a good way to.
It was super impressive because you did like, there was a couple of songs you actually went for large chunks and you did it very nice.
4 bars and shit. Like, yeah. 4 bars is a lot in another language.
It's of course difficult as fuck. Yeah, it was done.
Thank you, sir. I noticed I wrote a lot of the singing parts too. So I didn't really write many of Becca's verses, but I did write a lot of the hooks, which I remember specifically doing, particularly because I can't sing. And Notion was notorious for any time I was doing singing to put Becca underneath it. Which I thought was very funny because I was like,
just supported it. You can do it by itself. Or
it made it better. Yeah. There was other times I was listening back to some of the volume 3 and volume 2 stuff. I'm like, oh, we should have put her under that one. But yeah. I was like, oh, I want to tell you that on air because I thought that was pretty funny.
There you go.
But yeah, overall, like we had some great features. I put Detect on here. I think I mentioned him a while ago. He was like the first dude who ever supported us and produced for us in like 2001, 2002. So that was a great song. Lots of stories I noticed on this music. Now, this is kind of what I wanted to get into based on this new thing. We were telling a lot of stories, like
a lot of stories
in all of these projects. Tons of stories about stuff. I mean, there's a lot of, basically, if it wasn't like a story or a made-up situation, like, well, it wasn't. Cuban Sunset was about the time I was in Cuba, and they thought we had drugs, so the sniffer dogs picked us out, and I thought we were fucked. And when they opened my bag, they were saying marijuana to us and were tapping his arm, inside of his arm, as if like you've got heroin or something. And I was shitting myself. And they look like Fidel Castro, like full-on Cuban scary airport mans. But fortunately, when they opened my bag, the sunscreen had gone everywhere. And they just kind of laughed at me and let us go. And I was so mad too, because all of my clothes were just covered in sunscreen. But so that real story. A song called THC Reefer Diary, where I was just documenting all the places around the world that I smoked weed, because I was obsessed with smoking weed in every fucking song. My God, I get it, bro.
Oh
Jesus
my God,
Christ.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I know my dreams. But anyway, that was really all I had. But I thought it was like, I don't know, it's a well put together thing. Like, obviously, it's very time stamped with a lot of the music that we're using at the time. I see the improvement in all of us, in Notion specifically, because I feel like this was a newer time for you, so your improvement was like steeper. I noticed that I had a better delivery. I think our worst part was a lot of deliveries, at least for me. Probably not so much everybody else. I didn't like my delivery in a lot of the ways. A lot of the older stuff, the Soul District stuff, I could tell like I was just so awkward. Whenever I tried to talk before a song or whatever, so unconfident and just not knowing. I could tell I hated doing it. I listened back, I'm like, oh, you didn't want to do that, did you, bro? Fuck. So it's it
takes ages to get right, doesn't it?
Well, not anymore, because all of this stuff is so easy to me. But I've been doing it for 20-something years. That's why.
Like, takes a while to like grow into it. I mean, like.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like takes, but yes, absolutely. Yes, correct. It just time. just time. So anyway, I enjoyed it. I think it still stands up. I think it's super fun. There's some great songs on here. I'm still pretty proud of this one. So yeah, curious what you guys thought.
Yeah, it was sick. From obviously, I listened to it like a week ago, a week and a half, week ago.
Yeah,
but it still was great. It's very. It's definitely time stamped in a sense of it does sound dated, but it still holds up. It's still sick. There's a lot of storytelling. Like I know the whole like Cuban Sunset story, and I know how it sounds without even having to listen to it again. So like that was a sick song. That song kind of reminded me. It was more like the influences on this one, especially because it's such like there's so much storytelling. That it was literally like it went from like Ye to Eminem to like Coolio to like fucking like The Game to so many rappers who are very much clear influences as well. And yeah, you're right. We don't really see a lot of stuff where rappers are actually talk about actual like stories and shit. So it was cool to see that. And yeah, having Becca like singing over these like rap instrumentals was sick. And yeah, I thought it was sick. Just hearing you guys back to back as well. And yeah, you don't really get a lot of stuff like this unless it's just like a random featurized, like it Stormzy with I forgot what the song was called.
Yeah, the recent one, right, with that chick.
Yeah,
that's great.
It was sick, but you don't really get that a lot nowadays. But it was great.
Not in the same way.
I like Tommy Guns. He's super bogan. I love him. And
Tommy's so good. I messaging him about it.
Super quality.
He's just like every time it's just so thoughtful. I think that's why he didn't rap a lot, because he's like a lawyer, so he was like just this intelligent, like book smart guy. And like when he put his verses together, they were just so clever, and I think it must have taken him a long time to do it. So I don't think he because it was always hard to get him to do stuff fast. So I was always grateful. He came through like strong on this shit. It was cool. It was cool to like hear those songs. I totally forgot about all of the. That's the funny part. Obviously, you make it, you know them intimately, but then I don't think you do music. You do it, you put it away. That's why I don't know any of my lyrics. But I remembered so many lyrics. I was trying not to like rap along with all of us.
That's interesting, isn't it? To see how much you can actually retain. It's like, wait, when
full
you have
verses.
the cue, wait, I can remember 12 bars easily.
And we didn't even perform a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was because I think we listened to it a lot, and like everyone's verses, like I knew and there's just we did perform. Okay, that could be why then, because I think performances and music videos, which we only did one for Melbourne City, which I think we took down because it was the first video we ever did, but the like I don't recall performing a lot of these. Maybe we did, but yeah, like performing is the easiest way to like drill that fucking shit in. I guess 15 years later, you still remember that shit. What do you think when you listen to this?
Yeah, some things really stick. It's amazing what your brain remembers.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's crazy. Like I love the because I don't remember the DJ cuts. I don't remember that shit because I remember just mixing the audio and then sending it off, and like I didn't really listen to it in the car.
Back then,
well, I did. I just like it's been a while since I actually heard the whole DJ part of it. So Simon Says like really fucking delivered. That's really cool. Overall, it's a really warm record. Like I forgot how, like Kanye produced sort of like there's a lot of songs that Kanye did on this. Like the Be This Way one, the Dreams, and all that kind of stuff. It just reminds me of that time. Our Way, yeah. I don't know. Just it reminds me of that time. It's super warm.
Same
we're all just getting better. Same spliff.
Yeah.
I remember being there for most of the, well, not all of the Reefer Diary stuff, but all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Home.
Damn. Dude, so I just watch it as you're saying it. I'm like, oh, that's like 5 or 6. That's like a reasonable chunk of the tape, like a fifth of the tape, quarter.
Yeah. So it's very warm, and then like Dan said, and it's just full of beautiful stories that just kind of just paint more of the picture. It's like you're getting more of a Bob Ross of the sea journey. It's just like you're getting more detailed snapshots. It's really good. Love it. Just hearing some of the original beats, like I don't know, Beat Chemist, Styles, Revelino, Defy, my homie, goes by True Nature now. But anyway, shout out to Nate. That's my boy, and that's fucking sick. So overall, like it's really fun. I love this shit. This is always going to be sick. But I just forgot how like warm and wholesome and dope. And, this was a time where we were all steadily getting better. And, it was a good fun to be in the studio with all these new cunts and just build a new circle of people. And we were going to different venues at this time. And we had more friends in more parts of Melbourne. And it was really like coming together. So it was it reminds me of the good time of like building with new cunts. And I was meeting people on my own rather than just through you. And I was introducing those people to the squad and getting everybody in and like, you know what I mean? So it felt like a bit more interconnected, cohesive with every other cunt. So yeah, it was sick.
That's a good way to look at it because that's what it was. That's what I reckon. Dan, so he has a good time. It's a good time. But no, I'm super proud of it. It's been really I'd highly recommend, and not even just like us, but it's cool to go back and just see. Once again, I guess we're saying this every time. I'm just really enjoying listening to the journey and seeing the improvements and like these cool things that were happening in each project and like, it's fire. So definitely go check that. Link is going to be in the description of both the video and the audio. And then next week is going to be Notion World Domination mixtape, which was Notion's second tape. So this is first one was 04, then 06. This is 07. Next one is 08, so we're moving into that era. And what I did was I started the TMF. Did I mention that before about the email list, or did I say it off air?
Yes.
I said it? Okay. So go to themovementfam.com, join the email list. I'm going to send this out twice a month just with some info. And I realized after I sent it, I should have probably put in the first two podcast episodes. I can embed them so they can hear us talk about it. And I'll do that for the next ones also. Just people can listen to maybe some stories behind it or whatever the fuck and, go along with that. So, boom. So that was all that. Now, actually, we're going to argue pretty soon. Let's cover a couple things and then we'll argue because it's about to be arguing time.
There's so many things to be argued about.
Oh, yeah, I
want to start with Vegemite. So
I wrote them all down.
Okay. I'm already angry about Vegemite. I don't want to even speak about it. Let's go.
Do you want to go straight? Okay.
Let's move on to something else.
I got a couple positive things, and then we'll argue. Okay, don't worry. All right.
Ridiculous.
We mentioned the new Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign single called Vultures last week. That is now everywhere on streaming, so it's actually like officially out with Lil Durk and Bump J.
Lil Durk got taken off the track,
but they put him back on.
They did.
Check Spotify or Apple. It's back on. Cam, my friend Cam, shouts to Cam, was keeping me updated. Like it was on and off. I don't. It's been such a strange rollout already, like saying things that happened, then it's not happening, and then going to like Saudi and doing all this stuff. I don't know. It's very odd. So that means the album it doesn't have it? We listened to it a bunch. Let me just pull up on Spotify real quick.
Oh, there's two versions.
Two versions.
One with and without him. Right. I haven't listened to the Lil Durk version, so.
Yeah, Durk's verse is cool. Whatever. As cool as a Lil Durk verse can be. Like, it's fine. So that is out, which means that there's a good chance we'll probably get this album maybe before the end of the year. So pretty amped about that.
Very happy.
Two new albums I listened to in this last week were the
Wait. I go on to the Apple Music, and it's the dollar sign and the yin.
The yen.
The yen. Sorry. And there's another song there which has been released today called "Make It Out Too."
Oh fuck!
And I haven't seen it. It got released today, featuring a guy called Rin Yuko. But unless that's a different artist and they're just mixing up the...
I think they're being cheeky because there's nothing on Spotify.
Okay. It could be one of those things because it got released today as well. So.
And there is two versions. You're right. There's two versions here. One without and one with Durk. Yeah, one with, one without. So maybe there's another... It feels like nothing's been consistent. So if it's out on Apple, maybe that means it'll come soon on everywhere else. And they're just doing it spread out, which is also very odd. But either way, excited for that project because, goat shit. Then the other... So someone else told me about... Actually, my boy Cam told me about this. So Meek Mill and Rick Ross did an album called Too Good To Be True. So...
I saw them advertising it and shit. I just haven't listened to it. I don't know. I like both artists. I just don't know if I should give it a listen, but maybe I will. I'm not too sure.
It was cool. Like, it wasn't brilliant. It was cool. Kind of like a lot of stuff these days. Like Scary Hours were the best thing in quite some time, where I was like, oh, this slaps. Whereas like everything else has been like, either this is terrible or this is cool. So it's a little like, kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know. If you like either of those artists, you might like the album. It's got a bunch of cool guests and stuff. So it was cool. And then because I listened to the Busta Rhymes album first, then that one. So the Busta album, it's called Blockbusta. Guys.
Oh, no.
I don't know, man. And I like Busta. And I know you guys do as well. I don't know. It wasn't. Oh, do you know why? It was executive produced.
Produced by four constant. Yeah.
Swiss Beats.
What am I missing?
Timberland.
Pharrell. And probably Busta. So the Pharrell and Swiss side, like, I don't know who actually produced it. They executive produced it, but there's a song with Burna Boy. It's just fucking weird. Like, it's almost like the For All the Dogs, or that really overly. What was the one, Honey Come Home or whatever from Jack Harlow with all that, whatever it was called, Come Home It's Late or something. Kids Miss You. There you go. Like, it's just like overly mainstream to the point where it's like, you probably didn't do that. Like, yeah, it wasn't it for me. I think it's definitely, if you've ever been a Busta fan, listen to it. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't really do it. The whole time we were just like, what is this? I was looking forward to it because the last Busta, the Extinction Level Event 2, I think it was pretty cool.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
Might not be the one. So
that's crazy.
If you guys are just looking,
I just saw Busta on you know that YouTube channel, The Diary of a CEO.
That sounds really familiar.
He does.
I don't watch it, but I know them.
Honestly, dude, he's basically you, Dan, with like a fresh haircut, like with no dreaders. Because like, you know how so honestly, when you watch it, he's basically Dan. Trust me, I swear to God, we should get a picture up. Like if you Google it, see if easy.
What's it called? Diary of a CEO.
The Diary of a CEO YouTube channel. It's just light skinned English bloke, and he's got basically Dan with short hair. And
I see.
It's a phenomenal show. Period. Great YouTube channel. Intellectual conversation, yada yada, so tight. And Busta was on it, and I watched it today. And there he is. That's Dan. It's Dan with.
I've seen this guy.
More of a beard and less hair on top. But anyway, he's a great fucking interviewer, and he's got the chat, and he's ready to go. And Busta was on his latest episode.
Sick.
Interesting.
So anyway, there you go. So
probably
Dan's doppelganger.
Dan's little double. Maybe call him Steve-O. I like it. Okay, that's probably a fun one to watch. Anyway, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, maybe I should talk about a couple other things, and we'll keep the arguing towards the end then. Or do you want to have a pause and argue pause? Because there's like 3 things that we're going to be beefing about, and then
what's important right now?
Maybe I should get through the other stuff. Okay. Let's do these other ones real quick. So there was a list. I don't know if did I pull this up or I just saw it. There's a list of like all of the artists that Andre 3000 outsold, which is one of the things that Dan was giving a shit about because he outsold Nas. Is all.
I love it. Let's do it.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, this is going to lead right into the beef. Let's just fucking beef. Okay.
It's a good look for Nas.
I didn't bring it up. Damn it.
Nas got outsold by do.
I think but a lot of people did. That was the funniest part. And if it wasn't Andre 3000, like, I'm just trying to find this post. You sent it in the group chat, right?
Yeah, I must have. Let me find it. But he outsold Bearman. Maybe
it's like down the real bottom. Is it pretty recent? Or we?
It should be recent. I'll be surprised if it's not there. There we go.
Oh, here it is. Oh, no, that's the one I sent you that you're going to be beefing with you.
Okay, that's I found it already. Andre 3000 outside all these rappers with a
here it is.
album.
Here it is. I got it too. Okay, let me pull this up and I'll screen share. Because we are a screen sharing pod right now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he did 24K in the first week. And I guess that's probably based on streaming numbers because I imagine he didn't press it. So he outsold. Nas was one of the lower ones with 17K, but I don't think he's exactly moving units. He outsold Logic, ESTG, who cares? Ice Spice, Wayne, Kodak Black, Westside Gun, French Montana, Yo Gotti, DJ Drama. So a bunch of people. So that's pretty funny that he did, and that it might not potentially be deserved as such, because it's sort of just, it's a bit of a gimmick, I guess. Not in a disrespectful way. It's just more like, oh, there's a rapper that we all love, and he made a flute album that is sonically like off pitch, according to something I saw. I think I mentioned that last time. So, it's just hilarious. Funny. I think it's pretty funny, hilarious. And it's funny because it keeps the beef going with the Nas thing, which I like. So,
I just think,
So let's do this slowly. Okay, one positive thing. So Lupe did a rapped over the flute thing, which is actually pretty fucking cool. It sounds really good.
Why did he do that?
Oh, because he's Lupe. It was like interesting. Like you'd listen to it once, you're like, cool, all right, sweet.
Weird, man.
I heard that. And Drake is also releasing the instrumentals for Scary Hours 3 and saying like rappers go and do that, which is pretty cool. And I guess that means he's probably not going to claim it. You could put it out and stuff, which is very smart. Very smart comeback after the disappointment, the epic disappointment, cultural and critical disappointment for all the dogs. Definitely not. Okay. You know what we could do? Okay. Let's take a look at this little document here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. What does lowest reviewed mean? What does that even mean?
So it's based on something called Metacritic, which is kind of like a... I don't know if it's actually...
Oh, I know Metacritic. I know. They review everything.
Everything. It's kind of like Pitchfork.
Music,
gotcha.
Movies, yeah.
But I think it's maybe like... Is it crowdsourced? Like, say, Rotten Tomatoes, where it's like people put in their genuine feelings about it, so you get an overall picture of what the a reasonable population sample are feeling. Is that it, or is it like one writer?
To me, I think it's like IMDb, where there's multiple people, and
that
they
makes
give
more
you an
sense.
average out of that. I think.
Okay, if that is the case, we could probably double check that in the meantime. So, Hip Hop by the Numbers put out a thing of the lowest reviewed hip hop albums of 2023. In this list, from is it bottom to top or top to bottom, going down to the lowest? So I mean, 70
is 70 the lowest reviewed, and
that means a lot of them were higher. Maybe he picked the highest status ones of the biggest artists that got reviewed.
Because is number one a highly reviewed album, or is number?
Oh no, that'd be 100. Because I think it's points out of 100, kind of like, you look on Rotten Tomatoes, if it's got 93.
Yeah, I get it now.
Lowest score.
Yeah, so it's a score. But if you know that a movie's got in the 90s from the audience, then you're like, oh, people overwhelmingly think this is a good movie. So as opposed to if one critic goes and gives it 50, you're like, oh, that sounds bad. But then you look at what the people are saying, and you'd probably take that over a critic, right? Mm-hmm. So if that's what it is, I think that's actually a valuable thing. So obviously, you got Doja Cat at 70, you got Nas Magic 2 at 68, Offset at 67, Travis Scott at 67. That's weird. I don't know if that really adds up necessarily. Uzi Vert Pink Tape 64, Coi Leray 63, Jack Harlow Jackman at 60. That feels like cunty.
That's
I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know how much I respect this score, but
if that's what the people think, though. Now, the most interesting result here, and if you're watching, you already know, but if you're listening...
Drum roll, please.
Wait. The lowest scored hip-hop album of 2023 is Drake, For All the Dogs. Congrats for making a bomb, Drake. A bomb that just the people have spoken. The people aren't feeling it.
It's so interesting how close he is to everyone who you love. It's very interesting.
Nas was
Jackman.
Did better. Did 7 points better.
7 points off him is
7 points is your other goat is Travis Scott right there. That's pretty low for Travis Scott. I don't think that's deserved.
I don't know why.
That's true.
I don't. This list is come on. Doja Cat's higher than all of these guys.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Let's be honest. We can all agree that that's bullshit. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, let's just.
Coi Leray, come on, bro. Is like
no thanks.
Come on.
None of this doesn't hold up. I don't maybe go on Metacritic right now, and then you might be able to actually see, how IMDb does reviews, and you can actually see what people say.
Okay, so what do I just search for it?
So go on, search for all the dogs, yeah, and see what people say.
It doesn't come. Oh, games, movie, TV
this
shows.
Is everything.
Oh, well, wouldn't you just have Drake immediately? Like, it's pretty specific. Okay,
you know what? Search Drake and see what comes up, or just Google that. Actually, Google Drake for all the dogs Metacritic. That'll probably come up.
Maybe they go
Drake's
TV show music. Oh, maybe you have to click on music and then search. Okay, so let's try this, and then we can see. What the fuck, bro? This site sucks dick.
You might have to Google it. You might have to Google it because this is
okay.
And then followed by Metacritic.
For all the dog Drake reviews and tracks. Okay, 53. Okay, based on 30. Oh, okay. I got to be honest. It's based on 13 critic reviews. So what they must do then, that means they would pull the larger reviews from the internet. So, like, if it's on Pitchfork, Rolling Stone, blah, 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 they'd, like, take all of that and combine it. Critic reviews, so positive 3, 10 were mixed. Okay. So, in nearly every way, it is downright unremarkable.
Okay.
The Toronto, he delivered a tiresome and inflated LP. The bulk of which are only successful thanks to the guest features.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I just thought that is, I mean, maybe that's
interesting.
User ratings in music are temporarily disabled, so that means no people actually get to use that. There's no user score. So I would that would mean more to me if I'm honest. So this is more interesting because this is a snapshot. At least we know what we're dealing with. It's a snapshot of the critics, hence Metacritic, I guess. So okay, cool. Now, so that's that, right? Take that how you will. Pause. Now, we're gonna do something positive for Drake to balance this out for Dan.
Oh, okay? Are we doing a compliment sandwich?
We're gonna do it exactly. It's gonna be the
stack it up.
Normally it's the other way around. Normally you do a good news,
the other way around,
and you put the bad news in the middle, because the bad news outweighs the good news for Dan this week. So that's why I'm gonna try and balance this a little bit.
Interesting.
Okay.
Although, like, what you did provide me with the the Metacritic rating, obviously it was nothing. So.
No, it's very meaningful. It's very meaningful.
Didn't fact check it. It's okay. It's fair enough. It's okay.
I don't know. It's fact checked.
I understand completely.
It's all
no worries. It's all good. Yeah,
it's pretty low.
I get it.
It's pretty low.
Yeah.
The critics, the people who know best,
13,
they're not feeling it. They're not feeling it.
Interesting.
I bet Nas probably has less than that. So and Nas did better, significantly better than Drake. Significantly.
He sold way less. He's awful.
Drake will fart on the microphone and sell 1 million. It's not even. Drake selling music is the least.
You know what's funny? That sounds better than anything Nas has released in the last 10 years.
Drake fighting?
So come on.
You don't mean that. Do you want this as the clip?
I do mean that. I do, because I'm sorry. I'm not a Nas hater. I like Nas. I think he's alright. Like, he's fine. Like, recently anyway. Like, I'm not talking about Nas because we're not in 1998 anymore. We're in 2023. Things change. Let's move.
I can't use this as a clip. It's too much Nas hate all the time. It's people are like, all right, Dan, we get it.
He's good.
We won't listen anymore.
No, we're gonna be cancelled so hard. Good. All right, Jay, I'm giving you a fucking silver spoon here, bro.
What is this?
Okay, Drake effect.
Yeah, no.
So basically, any artist that featured on or has worked with Drake, I think right now, since For All the Dogs, they're looking at the Spotify monthly listener increase. And this is going in like an ascending order. So Party Next Door, 19% increase. J. Cole, 20%. Lil Yachty, 40%. Chief Keef, 55%. Sexy Red, 95%. That was no, Drake, no. Yeet, 140.
Wow.
And Tizo Touchdown, 982%.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot. Wow.
So we all know that a Drake feature is going to be great for you, but you on a Drake project is even better. I would argue. So, of course, all of these artists, Tizo is probably by far the smallest artist on this list. So, of course, it would make sense. J. Cole was already a superstar, so maybe just reminded people in their, they hear Evil Ways or something, which is spectacular. Like, fuck, I want to listen to Cole. And then they go and listen, right? Where people listen to this and go, who the fuck is this guy? Let's check him out. And there's more people doing that. So I think it's phenomenal for music discovery, but we all knew that. That is not a surprise. good to see, real life conversions there for Drizzly. Now,
what's the Nas effect?
Dude, Nas was Illmatic. The greatest album of all time.
You have no answer. There you go. What's the Nas effect? Okay.
Because no one did a post on it, first of all. But second,
I had a feeling. Interesting.
He made the greatest album of all. Well, at least one of the top 2, 3, 4 greatest albums of all time. In the top 5 of all time? Are you fucking? You are insane. You are certified. I'm calling a doctor.
Something wrong with you, bud.
I'm calling a doctor. So this is what that we were arguing about aggressively. And Notion, I think you were working or you're busy and you didn't participate in this, so I was looking forward to your input.
We were up until 3 a.m. speaking about this.
I think I was drunk, so I was going a little hard. And then I started,
Didn't I respond the next day?
I don't remember. You maybe did. You maybe did, actually. That sounds kind of right. But I want you to go in, is all I was saying. So, someone named Jeff Teague, I imagine he's a podcaster of sorts, was saying that Drake can sing just as well as Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just going to play this. I guess I can play the clip, right?
Good.
Can I play the...
Yeah, go for it.
As in, like, it's not going to get us claimed.
Do better than fucking Michael Jackson. What?
Voice them, they damn sing on the same level.
Oh no, we're not gonna do that.
DJ, move the fuck on. Please. This nigga said Drake sings better than Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson could not sing. Y'all gonna sit here and tell me Michael Jackson can sing? When he got past ABC 1, 2, 3, when that nigga started turning white.
I swear to God, we not doing this for clickbait. on my mama.
Michael Jackson cannot sing, bro. I'm not clickbait. I'm not trying to be, but I'm being for real, bro. Y'all gonna sit here and tell me that shit sound good, bro?
It slaps.
This is how I know niggas really don't be tapped into music. You can't have no ear for music. You gonna say Drake sings just as good as Michael fucking Jackson.
Y'all really listening to that shit and saying
that's bullshit.
That shit does not sound fucking good. Whitney Houston can sing. Faith Evans can sing.
Nigga, Faith Evans can't sing better than no motherfucking Michael Jackson.
Fuck out of here. Move on. Move on. Are you fucking crazy right now?
What are we doing? What does Drake do better than fucking Michael Jackson?
Okay. So,
violin.
I'm going to let...
yeah.
Go. Here we go. I'm ready for the clip. I'm writing this down.
No, but like, I know what he means. I get it. Like, I get it. Like, it's not like Michael Jackson's out here singing and like he's doing more than just singing on his tracks. He's not really like, he's not harmonizing and doing all that shit that like Drake does. Let's be honest.
Michael Jackson does like the backing vocals and does all sorts of crazy harmonies.
Dude, half of the beat was his voice too. Like,
and he's like beatbox. Have you heard him do it in front of Oprah and make the beat? Like he's on an Oprah interview.
Yeah, he can beatbox and that's fine. I'll give him that. He can beatbox better than Drake and that's fine. If you want to take that, that's more than fine. But let's be honest.
You so much.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, like
no. Let's be honest. If we're being serious right now, I've not heard him harmonize to the level that Drake can. Like, Drake can sing better than him, and that's what it is. And it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not bad to be second. Second is good.
Off your dial, dude. You've never seen any of the studio sessions where Michael Jackson's got his vocal stacks. Have you seen any of those videos where it breaks down the harmonies and how fucking... Dude, don't even talk to me. Quincy Jones.
So why do we need to listen?
Drake doesn't have vibrato. That's like the basic thing. Drake is like
Michael does. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, man. Vibrato is like real singing. Drake is like a different type of singing. It's like this moaning thing. And it works. What do you mean?
It's just like what he was saying though in the video. He hasn't done that since Michael Jackson hasn't done that since he was black. Okay, Michael Jackson turned white and he stopped singing.
Goodness,
how about that? Is patently untrue.
Smooth Criminal, he's not singing.
Smooth Criminal, he was still black? No, that was Thriller, right?
Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. The cunt was still singing, dude. What are you talking about?
Wasn't. That's more.
Did you say it's a pop track? That was your argument.
It's more of a poppy, not singy track.
What's that?
Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, if you listen to the song right now, if you play an actual song where someone, for example, like Whitney Houston is singing, you can hear
you are just doing
singing.
backflips.
Whereas if you hear
Smooth
Criminal, he is not singing in that track. Whereas, like PYT, he's singing. ABC 1 to 3, he's singing. I get that. But then that
dude.
is singing. Yeah, I get that. But he's not singing on like the newer stuff. And for example, you saw the track he had with Drake. Yeah,
Name one of the songs.
You can't tell me he was singing that hard.
What song was that? He died in 2011, if I'm not mistaken.
He had a song with Drake on Scorpion called "It Doesn't Matter to Me." It was.
I think he bought the vocal. Like he got access to the thing. I don't think it was like.
Yeah.
It was like an incomplete song or something like that.
And that's 100% him singing. But I've heard multiple tracks where Drake goes harder than that. Like 100%.
Okay, what are you defining as going harder? Like, just do you think is sonically better, or you think that Drake is technically a superior vocalist?
I can't speak for technicalities and technique.
Well, you're speaking pretty confident about that, talking about Whitney Houston.
I can speak to sonically and what sounds good in my ears.
So all you're saying is you like Drake's music more than Michael Jackson. That's all you're saying.
No. I just think he's genuinely okay. You know, if you don't think he's better, that's the case of your opinion, subjective. Yeah, you might think he's better, but factually, what sounds better to me is not what Michael does.
It's your personal belief, like just your feelings on it. That's okay. I'm not questioning you. I'm not saying that you should like Michael Jackson more than Drake at all. I would never say that you should like anything more than anyone. Like that's you.
Impossible.
But fair, cool, impossible. But
impossible.
This is specifically talking about. I want to slap you so hard sometimes. Like he said, sing just as good as Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson is known as one of the greatest like songwriters. That's why no one had beat his record until now, because no one's been as successful as Drake in the modern era. And that's why even if he farts on a record and he puts that out, he's going to sell the most, make the most money, blah, blah, blah. It's automatic. It's same as Beyonce. It doesn't matter what she does. She puts anything out. It's a rap. Don't worry about it. Taylor Swift, same fucking deal. Like, there's certain artists that are in that thing. Cool, man. But this specific thing is about the singing ability. And I think Drake pioneered, correct me if I'm wrong, like pioneered that, it's like a moaning singing. So it's like tonal singing. Gotcha. It's not a proper like vibrato like Whitney, like Adele, like Celine. Like those are the extreme versions. But like you meant, like that dude mentioned Faith Evans, great singer as well. Kelly Price, fucking Brandy. You know, Mary J. Blige, funnily enough, isn't the greatest vocalist in the world, but she makes some of the most soulful, incredible music ever, and she uses her voice in the right way. And some people use the voice in the wrong way and it doesn't work. Drake uses it really well the vast majority of the time, and he's created a whole thing. Take Care is like moaning singing, the whole thing, and he can carry a tune. That's what he can do. He can't like sing. At least he's never done that on anything that I've ever heard, and I believe it's probably because he can't, but he can carry. He can like almost.
But isn't this just what you're defining as singing? Because you're now taking him out of the category of singing because he doesn't.
But also, Michael Jackson
he does.
Never took any auto-tune or any melodyne or any sort of correction on his singing ever in his
that career. We're aware of. You never know. We're aware.
I mean, and then Drake literally he's performing with it on his stage mic. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
Like if you define singing, the vibrato. I agree.
Techniques.
Is vibrato? Then maybe we should look up the definition of singing. If that's what you're questioning, is that what you're questioning? The activity performing songs by making musical sounds with the voice, melodious whistling, and twittering sounds made by bird. What defines good singing? Okay. Singing in tune. Singing with a voice that feels free. The voice is clear and resonant. High notes are reached without strain. This is not really helping. What is the definition of voice singing? Is humming considered singing? Is the starting point of singing. What Drake does is like exaggerated, advanced humming. Ooh. Like with words. That's what he does. And I'm not saying that at all in any negative way, because like the fact that Drake, like he'll do sick shit like November 18th, like I'm so high, even like that type of shit where he's like saying a rap verse, but he can carry the tune. Like I can't do that. I think that is dope. It's such a cool skill to have, and he can. You could say, I wonder if, like, I was about to say he can sing, but I'm like, I don't know for sure, but you could probably argue he could sing. Say we say that he can. Then Michael Jackson can inherently sing better because it's different. Vibrato is one part of singing, and probably a major part, because that's why none of us can do it. You can hold the tune or whatever, but doing that vibrato thing is fucking, that's like the good ass singer can do that shit. And I don't believe Drake can do that stuff because he's never shown that he can do it.
And it's usually been vocally assisted by like the digital, all the plugins where he's performing. So all the hardware, all the software, I guess.
Yes.
Always been assisted.
I'm just trying to think how important is vibrato. I think you're grasping at straws here. There you go. Vibrato can add depth and beauty to a piece of music. It's pretty much an irreplaceable tool when it comes to expression.
Mm-hmm.
Many say a lot of straight tone and mono tone to have much smaller voices.
So Drake has no expression, Michael Jackson does.
I think he has very minimal expression, but that's the style of the music that he chose to do. Where's this fucking piece?
Yeah, so isn't this necessarily just a stylistic preference in your opinion?
I'm not saying I like either artist better. I've never said that. All I'm saying is Michael Jackson can sing.
Wins.
Thank you. Michael Jackson can technically sing better than Drake.
Get Drake on the phone, dude. The cunt would be like,
I don't know if he would. Yeah,
of course he would be like, dude.
I don't think he would, even though maybe it's a bad time.
Maybe.
That's what he thinks. Also, like we don't know how long a lot of this music. Like Michael didn't have anywhere near the output of Drake. Nobody did in coming up from like back in the day. But we won't know until 20 years time because Michael's been gone for like 12, 13 years, whatever it is. And then exactly, and then like we've had time to sit on his albums to know how it feels. After the argument, I was listening to like Dangerous. Me and Notion were in the fucking living room when we were like, I was 10, he would have been 8, and like dancing and going. Dad had the CD, and we're going fucking like that shit still like. So like we could have a bias because that meant something to us as kids, but I'm like, I'm listening to the singing. Like there's that song "Why You Want to Trip on Me." Like he's got this like he does the. Exactly that. Why? Like layers of harmonies. Drake doesn't particularly tend to do that. Like it's very. Listen to it side by side, and I think your trolling will have to come to an end.
It has to. Otherwise,
if that's what your opinion is, then that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. My opinion still remains. He is a better singer than Michael Jackson. Thank you very much.
Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't hold back.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Attack down below.
Attack down below. So, okay. That was basically the actual beef was less than I thought. That's not bad. So what else? What we did last time.
Okay, I'm just hoping we're over that now. Okay. We're not doing that anymore.
I had Vegemite today. You had it last night, Nosh? Let's go.
Vegemite and crumpets last night. Real butter, obvi.
Yep.
Real butter always. Had 3 of them.
On Christmas, we'll give you some Vegemite on toast, and you can have it how me and Nosh do it proper.
I'll try it. But
let's get some crumpets for Christmas.
Crumpets, yeah.
Yeah, bring some crumpets.
Yeah.
Because that's like a better way to do it. Because it's like
it is. It's the best way to do it. It's the only way to do it.
And where's your crumpets from?
Like the supermarket. They're not as good as Australian or British ones, but they're decent enough. Like I wonder if there's like a small like a bakery that does it fire or something. That's probably where you're gonna get. Yo, a British bakery might do it. I could start looking into that.
Imagine if Toronto had like a Greg's.
But Greg's is kind of gross.
Yeah, Greg's. I think it's like real low end because we were paying $1 or a pound or whatever for
88 pence for a fucking sausage roll.
For an iron brew and a sausage roll. I remember we used to burp them up for days. It really can't be the best stuff in the world.
Also, people shitting out fucking just meat cylinders, mate.
Mate, just letting them rip.
Eating dodgy meat cylinders.
Go.
Fair enough. All right.
So to level that back, so Vegemite's the GOAT. You're going to try it over Christmas. You're going to love it just as much as you're going to admit that Michael Jackson's a superior singer because you're going to argue with your auntie and your cousin. It's going to be fun. Then So Jack Harlow did a halftime show at some NFL game.
Oh my god!
Mad people were clowning him because the set was like this little igloo that looked like it was from like a high school play.
So bad. It looked like a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
They bought the school fair.
And he comes out doing like a verse from like the Jackman album, which is the last thing you should probably do at a football game to get people hype. And he had some like weird dude behind him who wasn't his hype man, just rapping the words.
Yeah, who is that? Who is that?
I don't think anyone. I didn't see if anyone found out. It was weird. And then he did. What did he do? He did the probably first class or some bullshit like that.
No.
It went into What's Poppin'. That's what it was. So that's a better one because that was his first.
That's a good one. He should have started with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Definitely come up with that.
It kind of sucks for him because I like Jack, but bad look to be embarrassing yourself like that. And then I think Dolly Parton came and did the other thing, and hers had like pyrotechnics and all this dances and shit. But I'm like, it's Dolly. She's been around for like 50 years. She got guap on guap on guap. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even a fair comparison. So anyway, shout out to Jack. Probably, be careful. Now, something that was fucking fire. I can't remember if this was Friday or Saturday, but we watched I think it was Friday. May the Lord watch? Little Brother documentary. It premiered live on YouTube. So Tiff and I were watching it. I didn't think she'd be down because I mentioned it. We were pretty high. And it was fucking dope. My goodness. It was like they did it themselves. And that dude YOH, who wrote for DJ Booth, who was like the main guy, he was big on Twitter. He started this company called Rap Portraits, and that was produced through that in conjunction with like Little Brother. And they got to make sure it was all done authentically. So like they interviewed both of them, of course. Talked to Sean Don, who'd been on the project. Cesar Comanche, who'd been on. I worked with him too. We did a show with him in Toronto. Sure. Yeah. It had a whole bunch of Darian Brockington on there. Yazara, I don't know how to say her name. It was just so fucking cool seeing all of the things they did, how they met, how the different projects came apart. But the most interesting thing of it was, first of all, it made me realize just how influential they were in so many realms. There was this one guy, you guys might have heard of him, called Drake. There's a video of him in there holding Little Brother The Listening, saying it was one of the greatest albums of all, they're the greatest group of all time, because Drake basically wants to be Fonte, because Fonte was arguably the first rapper-singer, at least in the 2000s. Maybe there was somebody beforehand that I'm missing out on. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure Fonte was one of the pioneers of that, and Drake loved him so much that he did the track with Fonte and Elzai over a Ninth Wonder beat for the first mixtape, Comeback Season. So that was very good, just knowing that our goats, inspired, someone else is quite successful. So it's, very good to see that just,
someone that's quite successful.
I mean, he's reasonably successful. He's fine.
Come on.
He's all right.
He's well off.
All right.
Money's not everything, Dan. Money's not everything.
I'm just yeah.
So Drake's money's like Michael Jackson's vibrato. It's just whether it exists or not, who knows? Like it's we don't know.
yeah.
We have to find out.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But so the main part though is that Ninth Wonder looks real fucking bad. Like they were sort of like cautious. Like you could tell they weren't, but you could tell there was like bad blood. So basically, what it sounded like was that Ninth. They were touring for, I think it was right before the Minstrel Show, which would have been 04, 05. And Ninth got the call from whoever the fuck it was who got his beats to Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, Fonte was like, if you're in a group and like anyone's any good, then someone is going to poach him, particularly if it's a producer. So they were very well aware that like he was fire, and they were really doing something different. They were the first internet rappers type of thing. They really blew up off the internet. And so after Ninth left, it basically sounds like because he dipped on tour, he got the placement on the Black album. What was the song called again? Threats. And then basically as Ninth's status grew, like they would pull up in Europe and it was said Little Brother, and it just had Ninth's face on the flyer. that's on the posters on around the city. And they were like, what the fuck? He's not even here on tour. Like, Ninth has stopped coming to tour. And they were just like mad because they were like, they're doing all the work. They're the ones grinding and doing shit. And, you know, Ninth is just getting all the props for everything. And they're just like, this is kind of fucked up. So then he kind of just said he didn't want to do it anymore for Get Back, which is the third album. And then, anyway, it was just like talking through the whole thing. And then there were other times where Ninth like just rocked up to a show with his girl or whatever the fuck, like a little brother show. And then he was like, bro, you can't just come to the show and watch as if you're a fan or something. Like, people are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, you make us look terrible. Like
he looks stupid. Like, bro, what are you doing?
It was, I don't know if he's said anything since. I probably should double check, but it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, if that's what it is. But it'd be worth watching. Like, no, you'd definitely fucking get rock solid watching. I think Dana would just sort of show you like, oh, you did? Oh, I'm sorry.
I messaged in the group.
I sincerely apologize. I'm still shocked at the Michael Jackson slander. Okay. Any thoughts?
Me too. Honestly, yeah. Dan needs to fucking go to jail for the comments that he's had. Yeah, no, it's good. It's a very insightful documentary. It's great to see some of that behind the scenes footage they recorded in the same room where Jay-Z was doing all the fade to black footage. Where you've seen that in the studio, same baseline, and super tight to see that because, like, you know, fuck, I don't know, love it. Yeah, good to see some of the faces that I've only heard names of, and you know, like, never seen Yazara really, never really seen what Sean Don looks like properly. Maybe in this particular, you know, talking situation scenario, not like in stills with hats on and like, you know, looking all promo
rappery, yeah,
rap hands, rap fingers. But yeah, it was sick, dude. Love it. I'm gonna watch it again because, you know, I was, as expected, high as fuck. It was a late night thing. It was like, yeah, last minute decision. So it doesn't go for that long. So you can probably smash it a couple of times out. And
wait, how long is it? Like 30 minutes or something?
Oh no, like an hour and a half.
Oh, hour and a half. Okay.
It's like a movie length.
90 minutes, like flipping on.
90 minutes.
But it's sick. Very, very cool. And it's cool that they did it on YouTube and they're taking like donations because they funded it all themselves for the editing and the filming and blah, blah, blah. So
yeah, it's really clean.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I just like, it's really cool seeing it, and I like seeing the response and all people like telling them how legendary they are. I'm like, oh wow, you just like, I knew that they were, but it was cool to have to remind them. But oh man, these guys like really started some shit. Like I'm saying, literally inspired Drake, who's the biggest artist in the game. I think that's fucking like really cool, very, very cool.
It's fire.
Which is dope. I don't know if we want to touch on it. Diddy is downfall of Diddy is on
he's
the way.
fucked, mate.
Kanye's
gonna get
done,
and he's ready for it.
I hope he goes the fuck down, bro.
He's pre-ready for jail.
If he did all this shit, like it just keeps more reports of assaults and like all sorts of crazy shit. And the Tupac stuff is really coming out, and like everyone's just coming out with stories, and they're bringing up old videos where people have said stuff, and they're like, "Look, I've been saying this for years," type shit.
It's genuinely fucked.
Pretty crazy. Fucked. So watch this space. We'll keep. If anything happens, I don't know. It seems like he's got some go up, and obviously, and can make a lot of things go away. But I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. The last thing I had here was rumor that RMR Cat showed his face because he'd been wearing a mask the whole time, and
which is interesting.
Yeah, he busted out the face, and he had like dreads. He's got like short locks and stuff, which is interesting because I don't know how they would fit in a. Look like a pretty rumor RMR. You know the guy who did the country song, but he was like, I forgot what it was called, but he was a guy who had like he never showed his face. He wore like gold grills in this video, and it was singing over a country song, and it had all of his dudes, and they all got like AKs. And like over this beautiful country thing, he's got this really nice voice, and it's just really funny because he's saying this stuff and like fuck 12 and all this like kind of gangster shit in this over singing it over this country song, and then everybody's in ski masks with assault rifles. It's
wow.
It's pretty hilarious how, and it's just literally dope, and all of the music he's done since then have been really impressive. So it was cool that he busted the old face out. So good for him. Definitely worth checking out. And then finally, we can either wrap up here or we can look at one of the lists. The tier list.
Give me a list. Give me a list.
11. Give me a kiss.
Oh,
Yeah.
I started watching. That's another thing I've done this week. I started watching Vanderpump Rules, and it is fucking insane. It is the craziest show I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
I suggest you watch it ASAP.
Is it a reality show?
Yeah, it's a reality show about a restaurant owned by Lisa Vanderpump. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
All right.
Everyone's on cocaine and they all have sex with each other. It's incredible.
Wow.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
It's so good. So good.
All right. Vanderpump Rules. I know you're talking Tiff about
Wild
it. So
fucking Thursday night, mate.
let's fucking go. Right.
Yeah, let's go.
So do you want to do sports or TV? This is a sports one, obviously.
Do sport.
Yeah? Sports it up.
Let's do sports.
Would we... Okay, so basically tier list, same as usual, throwing in S through F.
It's just like, what we think is what's the criteria? Like, break it down. What are the rules?
That's a good one. I would say...
Like the GOAT sport? Like, what's the deal? Your favorite? Fucking the funnest?
Maybe, I would say, the funnest to do, funnest to watch. Difficulty...
Funnest.
Yeah, funnest to do and watch is the main criteria.
Do and watch. Okay, cool.
Do and watch.
So could we agree that basketball is S?
No, I'd put
basketball would have to... Ooh.
Not S for me.
Why? Oh, you're an anus.
It's basketball.
So
I love basketball.
Soccer's in A as well.
No, soccer's an S. There's nothing. There's
no. Basketball's in S.
There is not a sport better.
No, sorry, mate.
Are we gonna do
No. Hold the phone there, champ.
Are we gonna do votes? We'll go outnumbered type of thing. As in the sport. Say if I posit, I'm basketball should go S tier, and then see who votes, and then it goes. And if you say soccer should go S tier, then we vote. How about that?
Before we do that, your nation's favorite sport is based off soccer, and you're gonna put the better version of what your nation's sport is below S tier.
Oh no, it's just not boring like soccer is. It's just not dead boring, and nothing happens for 90 minutes, and then you get 5 minutes afterwards. Magic 5 minutes arrives. The other one, real men bump into each other aggressively. Cunts fucking swallow their tongue. It's fucking gangster, bro.
Sounds like porn. Okay, great, cool.
Okay. So let's do the voting thing. Since it's obviously if we do this individually, it's not even there'll be different answers. But the point is it's a group project and the only way to do it is majority rules. So how about that looks like a volleyball though. Is that even a soccer ball?
Volleyball.
It must be a soccer ball. It's on it's
down here. Look, soccer ball down here.
Oh, what the hell is that then? Okay.
I think it's a volleyball.
Gaelic football, potentially.
All right, let's do...
Oh, it's probably Gaelic, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. What about soccer? Dan, where should soccer go?
There's just no other place for it other than S. So my whole life revolves around this sport. I can't do anything other than
Notion.
watch or play this.
If you vote S... If you vote S, then it's
okay,
then it's
I'll
in.
Let you vote before I say anything. Just remember. There's
a lot of power in your hands.
There's a quote. There's a quote.
If basketball is A,
remember that.
If you think basketball is A, then soccer is A. Even though soccer is technically the world's game, the disrespect that you show takes it away.
There's no disrespect to basketball. If you want to put basketball on S, cool. That's just not S for me. It's still A, leaning S, but I still probably have 3 sports I prefer above basketball.
So let's be 1,000. If fucking soccer goes in S, basketball goes in S, and then man's is gonna be sweet as.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is,
the thing is, two done. Let's move on.
Okay, you want to just put them both in S to keep that up because this is going to be a compromise. This is a compromise.
What would you say?
For soccer?
Soccer and basketball.
Basketball, S.
Okay, let's be real. How fun is soccer to play?
Probably pretty fun. Actually, do you know what?
It's probably the most fun to play.
All you do is run, and then you barely get to touch it. And then if someone touches you, you just scream and act like a wrestler.
Get to touch
no. These are the two sports. Listen, cunts. I'm gonna have a real quick epiphany here. Okay. Soccer, basketball. These are two sports that you can do anywhere in life. You ball up your socks, you can fucking shoot them from across the room and yell Kobe.
I do that every day.
Ball your socks up, you can chuck them on the ground and kick them in between your doorway like fucking Ronaldo. You can actually do both of those things anywhere. You're in the office, you fucking set up 2 pencils, you flick a rubber through it, you got a goal. You fucking, those sports are timeless, dude. They're synonymous with just cunts doing shit. If basketball and soccer are not in S, I'll punch you both in the face.
Then fine.
Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
C was going to put soccer in F, by the way.
I was going to put it in B. I think soccer's the most boring sport in the fucking world.
And
it's so
both
boring.
Of these sports
it's insane.
Have the lowest entry level cost, which is why I think they're the most popular games in the world.
Also true.
You have to buy a ball, and then basketball would be second because you have to have a ring and a fucking court. So,
okay,
you know what I mean? The most accessible sports are usually the most popular, and these games are the most simplest as far as rules, and they fucking are both sick as fuck.
Okay.
So
either way, though, all of that said, like there was still 2-1 in both of those situations. Like Notion and Dan wanted soccer in S, so then it goes in S, and me and Notion wanted basketball in S, so it goes in S. So I think we keep that energy to make it simpler, because then there's less arguments, and we're like, we can still argue, of course, that's fun, but like, no question. So then let's do Aussie rules football, the yellow one, the yellow ball right here. No,
Wait, what shape is the ball in
this
Aussie
one.
Rules?
Yep.
I think it says Australian rules football in it. That's a Sharon.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wait, it's not even a football.
It is.
You've never seen it?
Piss off.
That looks like a rugby ball.
He fucking has.
No, rugby's like a whack version of AFL.
Rugby's down the list. Rugby's already down there. Don't worry about it.
But
it's the blue and white ball on the tee. The Gilbert ball. Near the controller.
Aussie rules football.
Oh, there you go.
Like, Aussie rules isn't just a circle. It's not just a circle. It's
oval, kid.
It's like an see, there's American football there. A couple to the left of it.
Daniel, don't piss me off. You fucking have seen AFL, dude.
I've never ever. I genuinely just thought you guys were playing football.
You're so sport racist.
I thought you were playing football with no rules, basically.
See, like
that's what I thought it was.
No,
this is why you're wrong about For All the Dogs being good and Michael Jackson not singing. So
yeah, you don't even know what you're talking about, mate.
I think for that, Aussie rules goes in S tier.
No,
it has to be.
wait.
Yeah, 100%.
That's 2-1.
It's 2-1. It's like a balls. It's like a balls and the dick. It's connected. Oh. It's the same place.
Sorry, not sorry. Yep. You got soccer. Soccer should be in B. I'm being so generous putting it in B.
Okay. Then tell me. Okay, listen. Why is soccer football?
Soccer's so slow and nothing happens for 90 minutes.
Football the world sport? Why do people lose their mind for the World Cup? Why does no one?
I wish explain it to me. Explain it to me.
I can't even name you an Aussie rules footballer, but you can name footballers. You can actually name footballers.
Do you know why I know them? Because you won't shut up about it. That's how I know them. I don't fucking know soccer players.
You know David Beckham. You know Messi.
I can know David Beckham. That's fine. I know Messi because of you and Kanye.
Who the hell do you know?
I don't follow sports. I don't even like sport, bro.
Do you know who Tim Cahill is?
I've heard the Aussie guy. Yeah.
And who do they play? Harry Kewell is a Premier League legend. He's an Aussie.
Well, you try and pick the two Australians who play soccer and try to say why it's better?
The greatest Australian player to ever live, Harry Kewell. He was so good for Leeds United and for, I believe, for Liverpool. So sick.
You give him a passionate speech about soccer being good to try and show why Aussie rule. Bro, it's an Australian sport. There's 2 Australians on here. Of course it's going to go up there. It's not even like you can't justify it. All the things you're saying.
Brad doesn't even rate the sport that much. He doesn't.
What?
He doesn't.
Aussie rules?
He doesn't rate Aussie rules like he does rate football. I know for a fact.
But then still it was 2-1. It doesn't matter. Two people saying the same thing on this just outweighs everybody because you guys are definitely going to outweigh me on. You already did on soccer, so we're all giving up. We're all giving in today. It's a part of the game. You're such a cock. I hate you.
Tim Cahill, Harry Kewell, Mark
right. Can we keep going?
I might even bring soccer down to A. Actually, I might actually.
You prefer football to Aussie rules?
Just to piss you off because you're being a piece of dog shit.
And it's not even that I think Aussie rules is shit. I just thought it was a shit version of football. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense.
I control the mouse.
So honestly,
until you act right, you're gonna be like Barrington. You're in timeout. Soccer's an A. All right, next.
How can you put a sport that you don't even know a single player in above football, but you know football players? That makes zero sense.
Okay, what about American football?
It's a shit sport. That should be D. It's a shit sport. It's so stop-start. You actually play
soccer.
No, you actually no.
I was going to say so is soccer. I'm still recovering from the last.
Football's not stop-start. The timer never stops, and you continually play with the ball on the pitch.
Pause.
Last year,
we just move on?
Last year, the lowest time of active play was Newcastle United with 50-something minutes on the pitch, and there was still 50 minutes of the ball on the pitch. The fucking American football.
Okay, I'm not going to argue that. You're right. I think it's it's like chess. It's like real big beefy cunts running into each other like bowl chess pause. So you're saying D?
I can't put it above C. It has to be D. I can't put it above. I have so many sports which I'd put above that.
Okay,
playing, watching as well.
American football.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know, like a fucking. It's not high up on my thing. Like I don't know, probably. I don't even know, like a D.
I'll go
C?
I'll go C.
Yeah.
C, all right, C. All right, 2. Boom. All right, why don't we, Daniel? Why don't we do pool? I fucking love pool.
I'm not gonna lie. I love watching pool. I love not watching. I love playing pool. But I would also like to say I've watched some highlights of snooker before.
See,
Ronnie
playing
O'Sullivan,
pool is better than playing NFL.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Snooker is like these people are beasts.
But you have to also bear in mind, if we're actually, I would happily put it above.
I'll put it
NFL,
back. Just act right.
I've got so many things to say. You can name basketball players. You can name snooker players. You can name
it's
American
S.
football
What more
players.
do you want? It's in S.
You can't even name an Aussie rule footballer. It is crazy. That's why Aussie rules isn't televised.
It's not. It's an Australian game, not a worldwide game. It's not even a fair comparison. Like comparing Michael Jackson's incredible singing ability to Drake's droning. It's not the same thing. It's okay. It's okay. Pool.
I don't.
Dan, where does pool go?
I don't think NFL should be C if pool C. I think pool should be C and NFL
pool should be A.
Dude, I was gonna say
no, but we're taking
the playability
into account as well.
But the watchability is down, so we need to figure this out.
2-1.
Watchability is down because we're talking when we speak about Ronnie O'Sullivan, we're talking about snooker. We're talking about plays in snooker.
NFL sucks to play. How many? You can't play that by yourself.
There's no snooker here.
Only 2 cunts for fucking pool.
We can put pool and snooker together.
Why is this such a
competitive
conversation?
But like, nah, snooker and pool and 9-ball or whatever the fuck it's called, cunts get this
8-ball, whatever. Yeah, like. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch it. I'm never gonna sit down.
Definitely
and watch
not gonna watch pool. Like
I'm never gonna.
Once again,
if someone's doing a cool highlight, I'll watch it.
Way more fun to play. That's why it gets the vote.
But it can't be A.
Outrageously fun to play.
But it's 2-1.
It might get bumped down.
We had a pool table.
You're happily watching pool.
Yes.
We have to.
Absolutely. Happily. I would take pool. Pool should be an S for me. Pool should absolutely be an S.
Wow.
I'm just letting that right.
Never watched pool.
Can we move on? I've watched pool, bro. We used to come home high and watch pool on cable when we were like 22 and shit.
On Sky Sports, Fox Sports,
like late night. They'd have cunts on, and we'd be lit. Get some popcorn. Fuck yeah, let's watch these cunts play.
Yes,
and then we'd play because we have a table at my parents' old place.
The way I say it,
we were
the
children.
playability is high, but the watchability is low. The highlights are high, so
That's
the
fair.
watchability
That's
is
fair.
kind of being.
I think that's fair, but 2 people said
that
A,
kind of
so
averages out to like a C to me.
So far, it's an A right now, mate. Until further notice, we're sitting here.
you got S for soccer. I'm saying it's the least deserving sport.
I shouldn't have been so lovely to you, mate. I should have made sure soccer was in A.
Let's do 5 more so we get to 10 because this is taking much more argument. You guys see anything that you like? You want to talk about? What about like I don't know, tennis, table tennis?
Yeah, let's do tennis and table tennis.
Okay. So tennis and table tennis. Thoughts?
Shit.
Yeah, I know it's really small.
Tennis,
Both A.
okay.
I agree with that. I agree. Both A.
Watching
Both great
tennis
to watch. Both great
playing
to play.
tennis is very difficult, but I
It's
love
very
playing
tough.
tennis. I love watching tennis as well.
Look at that. Did we all just agree? Sorry, Dan. I cut you
Wow.
off. Keep going.
Not at all. Not at all.
So
But-
easily.
At the same time, I'm not out here watching table tennis, but it's similar with pool. I like if someone shows me a cool highlight, I'll watch it.
Right.
You get me? But honestly, I would happily see the list is fucked up because so many things need to move. But if it was me, table tennis would go down to B. But I do love table tennis. But the snooker would have to go down to C because there's no way snooker's above table tennis. And there's no way that snooker's in the same realm as football, so football will go down to D. But that's fine. Let's continue from there.
You're the
Okay.
fucking top one to put a Rubik's Cube in a fucking
I know,
SG.
right? What about
Right.
Rubik's Cube? What about bowling? As in like 10-pin bowling?
Not 10 pins, yeah.
Not gonna lie, I love
It's
bowling.
so fun.
And I've seen some
go A.
sick videos. Oh, I need to show you. There's this one meme which goes
But it
around.
sucks to watch,
like,
though.
I
Unless
don't
you're
know if
watching
you've seen
your
this.
mates-
So
unless
B?
you're watching
Of
your
the-
mates.
Go on. We're all talking at once. Dan, what were you saying?
I don't know if you've seen that one meme of that the
Yes, the
bowling
guy. He was
bowler.
like, "Who did it? Me or whatever. I did it or whatever he
I'm the
says."
one. Yeah, fucking whatever.
so good.
Who did it?
And, like,
I am.
Yeah, I am. That's right. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
He's fucking off his chops. That cunt needs help, dude.
It's
But he got
so
a perfect game though.
He did. So I get it.
He's the guy who got like one of the most consecutive records of perfect games. The cunt's like ridiculous. So he has maybe
He's
a
hilarious.
right to blow a little steamers, but
Okay.
did it in such an awkward librarian kind of white person way. It was just like fucking.
I get it.
Dude.
Is this B? Are we saying B?
Oh yeah, we'll tuck it in.
Yeah, no one here is watching a full bowling game.
Yeah, it's not
But-
like the most riveting thing in the world.
No.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
it should be.
now let's do a funny one. How about curling, which is the Canadian?
Oh.
Man.
It's gonna be C. It's gonna be C or D.
I'd say
Probably
D.
I don't know. What? No. Well,
The only reason it
wait.
got, was
I
against
just
D 'cause
realized
the
it goes
commentary's hilarious.
S A B C D F.
Yeah, I guess it just skips
Not a sport in your opinion. That's funny.
that we could do something like that.
We put soccer down there actually.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
I think Dan will
Cheeky.
physically fight you. So are we
I-
cool?
I mean, I'll give you an arm wrestle.
Honestly, the reason I'm putting D for curling, and I'll see if you'll, I got to do it in like 2004 in like
It's
somewhere in
pretty
the
fun,
Rocky
dude.
Mountains.
Done it twice.
It was so much more fun than I thought. So hard, but it was
very hard. Pause.
it was pretty fun. D is probably pushing it, but like I'm being nice because I
Definitely
didn't.
pushing it, but
Pause.
I've never played it. I have seen again. I watch a lot of sports, so I've seen highlights, and it seems pretty boring to watch. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's not a
pretty
fun one to
sure
watch.
playing It's probably
A
like,
few
kind
beers.
of fun, I guess.
Yeah. All right, now we've got 9 in here. Let's do one more, then we'll wrap up the episode. So Dan, since you've been shat on so much, choose one.
Let's do darts.
So I'd love to, but I think this is archery.
Oh, is that
one?
archery?
Yeah, that's
Looking
archery,
at
yeah, big
yeah,
dogs,
I wanted to do darts because
Oh.
darts is fire. Can
Wait.
you s-
Is that poker?
yes, let's poker. Want to do
That's
poker?
hilarious.
I mean, that could also be not a sport. We could put that in not a sport.
It's not a
That is
sport.
kinda not a sport.
What else is there here?
Okay, let's do mixed martial arts next
Okay.
to MLB.
Sorry.
Although it's like LARP, where your mouse is,
Yeah.
there's like
Oh, here,
fucking
LARPing.
Yeah,
That's
look at it.
amazing.
full fucking medieval setup.
The person who made this is a lot of fun. Which one's MMA?
Far left, 4 up, then 1 right. There you go.
The one right. This one?
No,
this one?
The thing you're on. You're on it. Yeah. I don't know what that thing is next to it though. I can't see from here.
Controller.
It's like some sort of. Well, this is a control, but this side is like.
Kickboxing.
Yeah. So we'll call this MMA because I don't know for sure if it is, but we'll call it that. Where should MMA go? I'm pretty. I like MMA a lot.
I think it should be S.
Yeah, I agree.
It should
I
be,
think it should be
yeah.
S.
I feel like I like it more since the three of us like watch it together. Like I really enjoy that. I think it's like super fun.
It's definitely the second best on that list. Like I would put it
After
above
basketball, yeah. Oh
I'd
no,
put it
basketball.
above
then,
personally. Personally, I put it above basketball for sure.
So this is a hotly contested, debated.
Wait! Can we do one? Can we do one? Can we do one more?
All right, do one more.
Can we put boxing in F? It is so shit.
Yes.
Oh my god. It is so shit. I cannot express how embarrassing.
And let's put LARPing is not a sport.
And Rubik's Cube.
Oh, and Rubik's Cube is not a sport. Good one.
I guess not a sport. It's kind of cool, but it's not.
It's very cool. You can do a Rubik's Cube. You're a sick cunt, dude.
Yeah, no, it's like
that's tight.
You're probably a nerd, but you're a sick
that's
cunt.
Fine
too,
man. But you're a sick cunt for being able to do a Rubik's Cube.
It's not easy. Yeah. So then all of these, once again, just like the rap team. Remember, we were moving things around. We can look at it next week. And now that I know this is like aggressive with how passionate people are, let's
that's awesome.
Let's keep that going. My camera's about to die, so I just want to take the screenshot so I don't have to change the battery.
Cool.
Let's go.
Get my cock out ready. Set, go.
Quickly come here, easy.
We are 100%. Even though it's basically one of your nation's sports, cricket is going F, right?
Yeah, I hate cricket. Oh, actually, hang on, wait.
Ready?
Sport, which is so funny.
It's actually your nation sport. It's I got it. The interesting thing about cricket, when you're either bowling or batting, it's super fun to play, or like wicketkeeper. But then if you're in the field, kill yourself, and it's the most boring thing in the world to watch. But like,
I agree with that. But it's still very fun to play and not too bad to watch. It's better than a lot of other sports on the list. We'll figure it out next time.
I can't even see it here.
I
saw a cricket ball.
We can not talk about it.
They could have done the ball. Yeah, we'll find it. There's a lot of stuff. There's like fencing and badminton and axe throwing and fucking volleyball, wrestling,
volleyball.
Oh my god,
volleyball, weightlifting. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting, weird things here. So, all right, boom. Well, it's an hour 40. It's a bit longer than usual, but it's okay. Great aggressive episode, Daniel. Where can everyone find you and your inappropriate opinions online?
I can give you actual facts about football and as to why it's the best sport ever. But anyway, HDFGXMING, Instagram, hit me up there. Cancel me, do whatever, I don't care. Football's the best. Like, whatever.
Do it, Notion.
There's nothing.
You can find me in my lilac jumper at Notion Baby, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, your mum's house, at Notion MTB. YouTube and Instagram, fucking cocks out on your face, cfeezy.com. Where are you at?
Mate, you can find me and my extraordinarily on point opinions about soccer at CWFO on Instagram and Twitter, CWTMF on Facebook and TikTok. Also, Grindr and Pornhub. It's Sweet Dick Willie. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode and aggressively disliked Daniel's opinions, give us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe button. Hit that notification bell.
Ding dong.
So you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at Soccer Sucks Dick, actually, and at the Movement Fam everywhere. Bad Habits Pod on Instagram.
Hashtag anti-soccer.
Hashtag soccer is whack. Hashtag soccer is F tier. I actually don't dislike soccer really that much. It's quite boring, but like, no, I don't love it by any means. I think it's boring for sure. I think it's boring,
you've been able to name players from every. So you can even.
You're saying we can't name,
but you can't name a single Aussie rules footballer.
Tony Plugger Lockett, Nicky Winmar, Stewie Lowe, Peter Dacos, what's Johnny Platten?
They sound like made up people. They sound
Google them. Google every single one of you. I'll describe them.
Fuck out of here.
They're not real.
You are just...
Tim Cahill, Mark Schwarzer, Harry Kuehl, real footballers.
Yeah, exactly. Run the music. Goodbye, Daniel. Good night.
Cut the fucking music. Real fucking footballers.
What an episode, folks.
Australia have one of the best under-18 players in the world.
Cool. Soccer.
Yo, mate.
It's not soccer habits.
All right.
Bad habits.
P stands wrong all the time.